You are listening to Christian Audio's production of Days and Hours by Susan Meissner. This book is read by Tavia Gilbert. This audio recording was produced in 2016 by Christian Audio, which owns the copyright. No portion of this recording may be reproduced for any reason without prior written consent from Christian Audio. This edition issued by contractual arrangement with Susan Meissner. Originally published in English as Days and Hours. Copyright 2007 by Susan Meissner. All rights reserved. Please visit christianaudio.com, facebook.com/Christian Audio, or twitter.com/Christian Audio to offer your impressions of this work and to explore additional titles. Prologue. The light was failing as the mother folded the little girl's pajamas and placed them inside the grocery bag. The brown paper made a coarse rustling sound, and the girl, sitting on a bed with ruffled covers, wanted to plug her ears. She hated that sound, the sound grocery bags made when clothes were put inside them. The crinkly noise made her think of hurrying, of leaving in a rush in the middle of the night, when there were no sounds in her house except the bags crunching as clothes were stuffed in. Sometimes there was yelling before the silence. Not always. But the sound the shopping bag made happened every time. The little girl wished she had a suitcase. She'd seen one she liked at Sears once, pink with yellow stripes. She'd been shopping with her mother and her Aunt Delia, and when she stopped in the aisle to admire the suitcases on display, her mother had shouted at her to keep up. When the little girl pulled her gaze away from the happy mannequin who stroked the suitcase handle, she heard her mother and Aunt Delia laugh. And then her mother had said, "Like you have anywhere to go." Thinking of this now, the little girl's arms flew up to her head, and she clapped her hands over her ears to shut out the crinkly noise as the mother placed a bathrobe in the bag. The mother looked up. "What is it, sweetheart?" Even with her hands firmly over her ears, the girl could hear the mother. She could also still hear the bag and its swallowing sounds, as the mother folded the top over. "What's the matter?" The mother's voice was pillowy soft, like Wonder Bread. The little girl would miss that voice. She would miss a lot of things about this warm house she was leaving. She was only 8, but she already knew that not everything was the way it should be. She couldn't put it into words exactly, but she knew this place she was leaving was a home, and the house she was returning to was just a house. Just walls and a door. She couldn't decide if she wanted to stay with the mother in front of her or go home to the mother who was waiting for her. She couldn't have them both. If she had been older, she might have realized she really had no choice in the matter. The charges of neglect against her parents had been dropped. Again, she was going home to them regardless. But in that moment, with her fingers curled over her ears, she felt torn by the weight of decision. She liked the mother in front of her, whom she was allowed to call Pamela. This mother smelled nice. She didn't scream. Her house was clean. There was food in the refrigerator. There were no broken windows in this house, no bugs, no sand between her sheets. Pamela tucked her in at night, combed the tangles out of her hair without yanking, helped her with math, played hi-ho cherry-o with her. And Rick, the dad in this house, didn't string together the names of God with stuff found in toilets to describe how angry or happy or scared he was. He didn't forget to come home at night. Rick didn't smoke. He didn't complain about the food Pamela made. He didn't hit her. He didn't hit anyone. "Are you okay?" Pamela knelt down and put her hands on the little girl's knees. The little girl nodded. When someone asked if you were okay, that's what you did. Pamela reached up to the little girl's hands and gently pulled them away from her ears. "I want to tell you something, and I want you to hear me so that you will always remember it. Okay?" she said. The little girl nodded again. "You are a very special girl. As special as a princess. You are a good little girl. I think you're very sweet and kind, and you can be anything you want to be when you grow up."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?